everybody. This is Liz from Liz Yarns, and I welcome you to this podcast where I mostly talk about knitting, yarns, festivals, sometimes books, and sometimes also sewing, as I started recently sewing again because I used to sew. I was a beginner sewist 10 years ago, and I'm still a beginner, so yeah, bear with me. So, how are you? I wanted to do a podcast 2 weeks ago, but I was completely out of a voice, and it was just before leaving for Lyon. There's a festival, a knitting festival, which is called the Knit.eat and Knit.eat. Yes, like the food. Yeah, and I just wanted to show you what I was knitting on and all that, because I figured out that after the festival, I would need to show you what I'm doing, what I've got there, and all that. So I didn't want to do like a very big episode, but I guess that the universe decided otherwise. So I've been back since Tuesday morning, but of course, if I start a festival with almost no voice, during the festival I talked so much that, as you can hear, my voice hasn't still recovered. Also, the day that I came back, I slept only 2 hours because my flight was a very early flight, and then I had so much things to do, and I also got my period that day, so I was really, really tired. And yesterday I had a migraine, so I couldn't even focus. I couldn't even look at the screen. So I decided, okay, just go and rest, and you'll see tomorrow. So this morning and yesterday I dyed some things, not a lot because I'm still kind of recovering and trying to take it slow, but I have so many things to do that I can't just do nothing. So I'm doing small dyeing sessions, and as I don't have a headache, yes, and my voice is kind of back, I decided to do the podcast today. So here I am. So, a very long introduction to tell you why I haven't done a podcast lately. So, yeah, so here I am. I'm not sure, what do you want to talk about first? Things I got at the festival, or my knitting that I haven't knitted for a week because I was so busy helping out people getting yarn, and then being completely out and not having enough stamina to just even do like a knit stitch. Like, really, really, how amazing. So I think that even if I had done this podcast and showed you what I knitted just before the festival and after, it would have been just the same amount. I think maybe I knitted 5 rows. Oh my god, this is awful. And I was sure that I was going to finish the body of my Elton's pullover by end of the month. Like, really? I don't think so. Anyways, okay, so I will first show you what I got from the festival, and then I'll show you what I'm knitting, because I've put everything in the bin, and what's more up is what I got. So I was the neighbor of Robledal de la Santa. So I was neighbors with Jackson and David. So if you don't know them, they're Spanish. They're amazing. I love them very much. I'm so happy to call them friends. And David came to my booth at some point, and he really wanted 2 skeins. And I remember that in Sevilla I had gotten a skein of their yarn, and I was thinking maybe I can get 2 more skeins to do a sweater at some point. So we just did an exchange between us. So the yarn that I got is this. So this is the Remek. Sorry, there's a lot of bright light coming in, and it just reflects light a lot because it has silk. So this is the 55% superwash blue face leicester with 45% silk. Is their silky BFL base, and the name is Remme. And I knew I had Remme, I had the skein of Remme, but I wasn't sure which base. So I asked Jackson if he remembered. He thought that I had this base, so I got one in Remme and one that looks like Remme, but it's just more heavily speckled, and it's Better Than Love, the same base. So I thought to do the upper part of the body and the sleeves with Remme and do all the finishing like ends of the body and sleeves with Better Than Love. And now I just came in this morning and I found my other Remme, and it's not the sea base. Like you can see this, how much it reflects light because of the silk content. So this is their Mohair Blend 2 base, which is 48% mohair and cotton with merino and just a tiny bit of silk. So I'm not sure, it doesn't really match. If it was for a shawl, I wouldn't mind, but as I want it to be a sweater, I think I would like this for a sweater, and I think I'm gonna keep this for a hat, yeah, or a shawl with stripes. I don't know yet. We'll see. So yeah, I guess at some point I will see again the boys at another festival, and I will have to ask Jackson to have to put aside a Remme BFL silk for me. Yes, I have no idea. I think just a basic sweater, like maybe, yeah, even with the mohair, to just knit it with like 4.5mm needles would be just fine. You know, I'm kind of lazy lately, I think, with fingering sweaters. So yeah, I'm saying that, but I'm also knitting a fingering sweater right now. So anyways, I think it's gorgeous. It's gonna be gorgeous. It's not something that it's in a hurry, and it's okay, right? Yes, it's totally okay. So that's first thing. And then I purchased 250 grams of self-striping sock yarn. So the first one that I got is from Maison Corlaine, which they have very muted colors, like very different than my colorways. They have this moodier collection of colors and solids mainly, but they also had self-striping, and well, I love their colors, but for me solid colors are a bit more boring to work with, I would say. Like my patience is really tested, and I don't want to test my patience more than it should. I decided to try their Corriedale non-superwash sock yarn to make socks, and it's 50 grams, 200 meters, and the colorway is Le Big or No Big. I'm not sure. Le Big or No Big. Anyways, and I think it's gonna be cool, and I think I'm gonna like to have a bit of a softer palette of socks, I guess, you know. Anyways, and so to counterattack those softer colors, those, you know, muted colors, next to me on the other side of my booth was Lana et Tricot, which is a shop in Grenoble, and she had self-strapping yarn dyed by Le Zèbre Tricote, which means the zebra knits. I'm so sorry, there's so much light. So those are the colorways, very fluorescent and a bit of a pale pink, and it has stellina, so it's super bright, super happy, and super different. And yeah, so some self-striping sock yarn. Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm so sorry for my hands. They're like really yellow orange. It's just because I was dyeing a half an hour, and usually I take the time to rinse them but it takes a few washes for it to go, and I was so excited to be here that I didn't take the time, but it's okay. You know, I'm a dyer. It's not that I'm just not clean. Well, I guess I'm not really, but anyways. And then I was gifted from Angelique. I'm not sure about her Instagram though. I should find it out, hopefully, until I put all the details of this video. So these are sleeves for cakes. So you have your cake and then you close it up like that. And this is for 100 gram skein, and she also gave me one for a 50-gram skein. And I thought that it would be cool for 2 at a time socks, the 50 grams, or for projects, you know, with lots of colors and or striping. Anyways, I found it a cool idea. So she gifted me one for 100 gram skein and one for a 50-gram skein, and then I went back and I got another one for 100-gram skein and another one for 50 grams. And I love the foxes, but I also really love these cute mushrooms. She had them actually the same ones for 100-gram skeins, the same fabrics, I mean, for 100-gram skeins and 50-gram skeins. But I think it's so much more fun to have different ones that, yeah. And I really like her stitching, her sewing, like she's amazing. I remember last year she had little pouches and things like that, really beautifully made. I wanted to get one, but in the end there weren't some that, they were left some, but I wasn't so fond of the fabrics that they had. But yeah, I think she's just amazing. I really hope to find her Instagram so I can share that with you. Then I also got from the booth of Lily Come To some sock needles, just because I got sock yarn and I don't know why I kind of lose my socks needles. I think I'm losing all my needles, but mostly sock needles. Maybe it's because I'm not a big knitter of socks and I cast them on and then sometimes I finish them like immediately, and some other times my project bags with socks like are traveling from this place to that place and then I can't find them anymore, and then I find them after half a year. So I don't know. So I just got another one, and I usually use the Haya Sharp ones. I think I had once Chiagu sock needles, but I don't remember how it felt knitting with them, so I just got a pair to see. And then we're going to talk about sewing. So I really want to do, and I have the fabric to do a jupe culotte, which is like a large pants that looks like a skirt from far. I did the summer the version of a short jupe culotte. I have the fabric to do one that goes just between the calves, like a bit like this pants they have. And then I want to do one like very long and very, you know, large on the bottom. And I found this color. So this color is a very emerald green. I'm not sure that you can see that it's green. It might look a bit more blue than it is. And it's so great. It's corduroy. And they had also the brick color, mustard color. It was amazing. So it was, I got it from the Ikati fabric store. And I also got these pants, so the Singapour pants that you have different ways to finish it off, either with an elastic, either with a a thread or something else to close it, and you can do the shorts. I have to say that I want to do the pants, but I think this is going to be the jupe culotte, which I've already cut it up the fabric and blah blah blah. The fabric, the pattern, so it will be ready to, you know, just go ahead and cut the pieces and all that. And then I think at some other point I will get more fabric to do this Singapore pants, but I just wanted to have the pattern because I was there, so I could take the pattern. I think that I'm very tempted to go on the website at some point and buy the same quality as this, but in either mustard or brick or both. Is it that bad? I guess that sewing, and until I can sew better, I think I might do, you know, like maybe the same pattern but with different textures and fabrics, so I can get a bit the hands of, you know, some techniques, like, yeah. So I'm very excited and I really can't wait to cut the fabrics. I think I'm gonna cut this fabric for the longer jupe culotte, and the other fabric, which is linen, for the jupe culotte, and then, you know, one day cut the fabrics, the other day sew one of them, and then the other day sew the other one, or maybe just do, you know, the assemblage parts of the pants and the pockets, and then just one day do the belts and the finishes. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see, but I'm very excited. Okay, so, and last but not least, I got the kit to embroider. I have no idea how to embroider, but the girl from the comptoir, she told me it's very easy. I have also videos, so you will not be alone. So I was hooked, and I got this one. So it's a printed fabric of a heart, and then you go and do those little flowers. And I thought that if I don't have the time, I will gift it as a Christmas present, or if I have the time and make it, I will gift it as a Christmas present, even though I really, really like it. Yeah, it's so cute. I love it. Can you imagine? I could also make pictures on my Instagram with my yarns and all that. I don't know. I'm very excited about this. And it says it takes approximately 3 hours, but level of difficulty, I think I didn't start with an easy one. It has 3 out of 4. Yeah, I didn't even look at it. I just liked it and took it up. Yeah. And the comptoir has lots and lots of different ones, smaller ones, bigger ones, different levels, and she has lots of videos. Haven't really checked them, but she has them. So that's kind of it. I don't have anything else to show and tell. I have to say that I got 2 also cards for people that do patterns, sewing patterns, and one that I really loved, the jacket, was ready to sew, and I really loved also lots of her patterns, like really, really. And then about fabrics, La Maison Naïve. Maybe you know them already. I have no idea about this stuff yet. So I got the cards, even if I'm very good at losing cards. But anyways, so that's kind of it. Otherwise, how was the festival? It was really great. I loved it. I loved that you people were coming, but you were patient. Even when there was lots of people, you were patient. You just hold the yarns that you wanted. And if you wanted a bit more time to talk with me, you took your time, but you weren't, you know, pushing one another. You were very, very respectful. So I felt, even in the busiest time, that the mood was kind of relaxed, and I didn't felt rushed, and I didn't felt, oh my God, I need to do all these things at the same time. So I really wanted to thank you all for that. I want to thank also the organizer, Emma, and everybody in her crew, because they did an amazing job. The venue was bigger. We had more vendors, and this year was the first year that the Knit.eat had also fabric, but it was really nicely mingled, all the things. And I think that we still had bigger space in between the booths than last year. So it was really great. I loved it. I think lots of people had the same feeling, the same experience as me. Yeah, so I'm very happy. I'm very happy that other vendors vended and were very successful. I was very successful. I wanted to thank everybody who came to my booth, even to just say hi or to support me. It is always a great relief that when I come back from festivals to be able to come back lighter. So thank you so much. It means the world to me. Of course, I was very happy to see Nathalie by Night Creations with her husband Jean-Luc. I love them, you know it. If you didn't know, you know now. I'm sad that I didn't see more of Cécile Laféfile and Matt, but always when we're in Lyon, we all have lots of friends there. I have old classmates, because I used to live not very far the area, and it's really nice to catch up with them also. I had also the opportunity to talk a bit more with Andrea and Carlotta from Mayak. It's always a pleasure to talk with them and yeah, like share and go to dinner and having more time. And because there are a lot of people that sometimes I see often in other festivals than others, I had and depending when people were leaving, like for example Andrea and Natalie, they were leaving on Sunday evening, so I really wanted to see them either on Friday or Saturday. And then I knew that the boys from Robledal and Francesco from Dark Omen Yarns, and also my dearest friend Merit, who Buzzeria, who is a wonderful designer and also organizes the Swiss Festival, and Nara Knitflakes. They were there until Monday, so we decided, I was like, okay, I might not see you a lot, but Sunday, after we've packed, let's go and eat something all together. So it was really, really nice. I had also the opportunity finally to talk a bit more with Maria G Designs. She's so cool. She's Portuguese. She's the lady behind the festival in Porto. And it was really nice connecting with her, and I'm sure we'll be in touch. And yeah, like really, really amazing vibe. I'm gonna try and find some pictures and post to put them in the video, but I didn't take a lot of pictures. I'm really bad. When we are very busy, it's difficult to also stop and take pictures, but it was really great, and I'm really thankful about that. And on my last day, Monday, I went to a museum with Isabelle, and Isabelle is a very dear friend through the years, and she's just amazing. And we went to the Beaux-Arts Museum in Lyon, and I ate with her and her friend, and then we walked around the old town of Lyon, and at night I had dinner with two of my dearest and old classmates, Nico and Julia, and it was like really amazing. They're trying to get me to move into Lyon, and I have to say the prospect wouldn't be bad because I love Lyon and I love their region and I love them, but you know, you see, there's the sun, the Greek sun is here. Uh, Anyways, it was really fun and felt very loved and cherished, so it's really great. But yeah, thank you everybody. So that's kind of it about the festival, and now I'm gonna show you what I'm knitting. So taking again up my my notes. I have all my knitting in my tote bag of the Knit.eat that they are very kind and gave us at the festival. So I will start with the Alton pullover. So you remember I was in between colorways last time, so I decided to go with Birthday Girl in my Yama base, which is my sock yarn with Yak and Suspicious Minds. So normally the Alton pullover says to do stripes with one strand of fingering and one strand of mohair. But I decided to do the stripes a bit differently. So the fingering by itself and then the mohair with the fingering. So the colors aren't very great. They look much brighter because there's a lot of light coming in. So that's a bit more close up. So I like it because Suspicious Minds is blended a bit more with Birthday Girl. But yeah, so I'm just, I don't know, like maybe 7-8 centimeters under the underarm. Yeah, and I wanted the body to be finished. So yeah, anyways, it's gonna be done. I'm sure of it. And I'm going to have the mohair held double to show even more the bunchy color in the stripes on the sleeves. I think maybe the 3 or 4 last stripes on maybe 3 on one side and 4 on the other side, just not to be exactly the same. I don't know, I like that. Like, I'm making my sweater, it should show that it's handmade, right? Well, I don't know, that's my philosophy. So I'm very excited. I'm sorry, I just wanted to try it on and to have finished the body. But I think I'm just gonna go on until the end of the fingering with the body, and then maybe just go on with the sleeves. So with whatever leftovers I have, I can just go on with the body. Okay, so now I'm too light. Yeah. Anyways, so I'm very excited about it and I love it. I want it to be finished for Le Ch'ti Bazaar, which is a festival in Lille in November. So I have 6 weeks, but I want to finish it way earlier because I want to start other stuff. But I have so much work with dyeing. If only I could tell you how many things are coming up. Very exciting things. I'm not sure if I will be able to knit as much as I want, but it's okay. It's okay, right? Right. So the other thing that I casted on recently is the hat, the Tronzo hat by Joji Locatelli, with On Your Shadow in Gaia DK with some leftover of Shadow and Bones colorway in my mohair base, which is Poseidon, and it's actually just ribbing one-on-one ribbing, and that's the colors together. I really like them, like I really do like them because it's like dark green but not very dark, but with the colors, yeah, you can see it's like so cute. Then yeah, I don't know, I hope I will have enough of this On Your Shadow. If I don't, I will put another color and that will be it. I'm not very fussed about it, but I think for me it's very important for you to have different color combinations of mohair with something else, because I think it helps you to envision how it would look like. And yeah, maybe you can also want to do something different, no, a tone on tone, more hair with a finger embroidery decay. And I think that's interesting. I think it gives even more unique identity to your knits. So yeah, I'm very excited. So I hope you like it too. So those are the two main things I'm knitting on. I also have a sock that I would love to finish, but like I really want to finish at least the Alton pullover, because I want to do another pullover, and it's the Instant Crush pullover by Hohi, because a lot of people ask me about colors and why haven't I done kits for it. I have to say that when a collaboration or a new pattern starts up, sometimes I don't have the time to propose kits because I'm already working on something else. And also because I think that if a pattern is out, it is out with a specific dyer or a specific project. And sometimes, not sometimes, what I feel is that it's not respectful for me to jump on that train and to just take advantage of other people's collaborations. And so usually it will take me a longer time. And I think, if people haven't have their yarn, and or if they want to do it later on, they can find my ideas, my color combos interesting, and then they can buy it at a later time. Yes, so that's kind of it. My thoughts on that. And I'm also a kind of person that I can get really excited about something when I see it, when it's launching, but after a while not. So that's why usually if I really like something, like even after 3 years I want to make it. And sometimes people are already working on projects, and maybe after 3 years they're like, oh yes, there was that and I also wanted to do it. Yes, why not? So I guess in that spirit, I'm not gonna rush. I will be doing, my program as it is. And if people want a specific opinion about a project, when I'm doing pre-orders, usually they send me a message and they're like, what would you say about this pattern? What do you think? Maybe I would like something pink. And do you have any ideas? And that will be it. So if you want a specific, pattern and ask me about colorways, just do it. Send me an email. I might not respond immediately, but I will respond to you, because I need to take the time to, get acquainted maybe with the pattern and think about ideas of what to propose to you. But yeah, I'm just discovering there's the smallest kitty I've ever seen. No, it's not the smallest because I've seen newborn cats. But it's so cute, and it's black, and it's going back and forth just opposite me. And it's so cute. Gosh, maybe I should take a video and add it here. I'm gonna try. It's kind of far, but it's super cutie. Oh, yes. It is super cute. It is so small. You can't even see it. Oh, now it's moving. Ah. Anyways, and last but not least, I started reading the Blackwater series, and I'm reading it in French. I usually prefer to read in the language that they're written. When I was in Belgium, I really liked the French covers. They were like, oh my God, they're so beautiful. But I wanted to first check the English covers to see how they are. They're not so nice. But Natalie found them in promotion, like the 6 books together, and she read them and she gave them to me to read. I read book 1. I have to say it's a very easy reading, but on the other hand, there's just few things happening, and then it's kind of a bit like gossipy. It's like a family story, but you know there's something going on, but then nothing goes on, and then something comes in, and then yeah. So it's, for the moment I can say I'm like super excited about it because nothing really comes in, and on the other hand some things are happening, but I don't know, we'll see. And then the other thing that happened is that I got some mangas. So in the summer I got the Yawara manga. I got the 1 and 2, the third one, and now when I was in Paris just before going to Lyon, I got the third and fourth volume. Okay, this is the fourth. The third one I think is at home. And I have to say, I really like it. Yes. So if you want a fun manga to read, Yawara is the one. It is done from the same mangaka that did Monsters, 21st Century Boy, Pluto. Like, come on, amazing guy. This is just more light-headed, and it feels like a bit Tsukasa Ojo kind of manga, like City Hunter humor. It like more of the classic 80s kind of vibe of story, and I really like it. So yeah, that's kind of it. Oh, and last but not least, when I was in Paris, I saw my nephew and my niece, and my niece gifted me this little pouch with Stitch because we both love Stitch, and it says enjoy every moment. I'm not sure yet if I will put pencils or if I put knitting stuff in it, but it's so cute. So enjoy every moment, and don't forget, color is power, fiber is our